Hello friend, how's it going? I just wanted to hop on here real quick just as my video to jump back into the YouTube creating process and just share a very short, simple but powerful message with you, something that I was reminded of just a couple weeks ago that really helped me make that perspective shift, to start getting back into the groove of things, to start getting back into my routines, and to have the right mindset and perspective to continue along the journey. And that message was, the journey is the destination. Truly, it's who you become in the process that makes the biggest difference. It is not necessarily just the accomplishment. Obviously, the accomplishment is important. The goal setting is important. Having those milestones to show you exactly how you're growing and how you're progressing is absolutely important. And having those timelines of, I want to reach this by this certain date, is also very important. It is such an integral part of the process of growth, of progression, and etc. But at the same time, I know that when I started to shift my perspective to only focus on the goal, to only focus on the metrics, the quantifiable numbers, etc., to be an indicator of how I was achieving success or what success felt like to me, or my own progress and growth as an individual and as a human being, it truly demoralized me. It truly made me discouraged and not incentivized, and honestly just not motivated, not fulfilled with what I was doing. And having that perspective shift to remind me that, Jean, it is who you're becoming in the process. It is how you're showing up on a day-to-day basis. It is what you're doing consistently. And it is falling in love with what that is looking like in the micro so that the macro can look like what you want it to. That is going to make the biggest difference. And that is actually where true fulfillment comes from. Obviously, that may just be my own opinion, but I think it's really true. When we focus on the journey, when we focus on the daily steps, when we focus on the fulfillment that comes with building something great, building a business, building a YouTube channel, building whatever you are building a great family, building great relationships, building great health, it is such a long-term journey and takes so much time and so much effort and so much of our own energy, that when we can just focus on the micro, the daily, focus on the baby steps along the way, focus on what can I do today that's one step out of 1,000 on this journey to move myself forward, that's where the magic happens. That's where we can kind of find peace with the journey and say, I am going to reach those goals. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to stress myself out. I don't have to beat myself up if I have a single bad day, because that single bad day does not determine the rest of the time that it's going to take or that I'm invested in to create the goal to make it happen. It is about the tapestry. I know I've talked about this before, the big picture, how it all comes together and strings along in order to show us that yes, all along the way, I have been making progress. All along the way, as I look on my journey, I have had ups, I have had downs, but I have been continuing to push forward, to move forward, because I did not get so wrapped up and bogged down in, well, I'm not where I want to be, so I'm just going to stop. Not the point, not going to get us there. We just wanted to remind you of that. Like I said, or maybe I didn't say before, I meant to say, it's cliche, it's oversaid, but truly, when we can focus on the process, when we can focus on who we're becoming along the way, it is so much easier to keep showing up, to keep putting in the work, to keep making the sacrifice, to keep being willing to stretch ourselves, to keep learning, to keep growing, to keep putting ourselves out there, because we know that that is actually going to get us to where we want to go. So all that to say, if you've been feeling discouraged, if you have stopped, if you have allowed yourself to kind of fall by the wayside, fallen off the horse, let this be your sign, your message, your guidance, your motivation, your challenge to get back going, to get back on it, and to have that perspective shift where now we're going to focus on what am I doing daily, who am I becoming daily, which is so much more important, and how am I showing up daily, because that is going to be truly where we make the biggest difference and what's going to get us to where we want to go. So I hope that adds value. Let me know what you think in the comments. What are you going to work on? How are you going to keep yourself accountable? And how are you going to find true fulfillment and joy along the way? Because who cares if you get to your destination if you are bloody miserable? That is not the point. The point is you get to your destination going, wow, this was such a fun journey. This was such a fulfilling journey, and I'm so excited to keep going. So my name is Jean. Come back weekly for more videos just on life, growth, success, business, etc. I'm excited to have you here, excited to build this community, and thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.